it's a diddy one, this. This has definitely got worse.
Okay.
The Mistrals have got wind. I'm mooring for tonight.
Why would we be doing that? It's hailstone. My goodness. Gee, 23 metres deep. Fancy going through that little gap there.
Just coming up for 8:30 in the morning. And we have just left our berth on the Avignon wall at PK 241. All good, we had a nice walk into Avignon last night. Had a glass of wine and Jonathan had an ice cream for Duncan.
I had an ice cream for me. Remember, Duncan?
Yeah, exactly. There we have. Bye bye Avignon.
Motoring with the flow from Avignon, options quickly past the Saint-Benazet Bridge to rejoin the main river, passing under the impressive TGV double viaduct. Unusual planes flew up and down the course of the river, and our intrigue grew with each flypast. As the river widened, a northerly wind began to build, blowing us quickly downriver to Vallebraigue, covering 20 kilometres in just over 2 hours.
A rather blustery day.
Mooring up in the last available space before 11 AM to a very exposed pontoon gave great cause for concern.
Yeah, this is the Mistral blowing through.
We wanted an inside berth, knowing that the wind would build to Mistral force.
15th cycle, and as you can see and maybe hear, it's rather choppy. These are the Mistrals we've been told about.
It's a 21 knot wind ahead of us.
Yeah, I'm thinking 4 hours maybe I might see you.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have a walk into the town, so I'm going to follow you.
All right. To be fair, at this early stage, the trees are protecting, that are there to protect the fields, are protecting this road from the Mistral. So it's, crosswind isn't too bad at the moment. Just by the side of the road, it's a small one. There we go. There they are. This, apparently, is a D road. Huh? I thought, okay, that'll be good. Take the D road, it'll be nice and quiet. We get to see some great places on our travels. This is next to where a boat was moored up. They call it a Port de Plaisance. Around the corner. I'm talking basically about the Mistral. Oh, and here's the port.
While I battled against a headwind on the bike to retrieve our car, Sheena explored Vallebraigue to get away from the bouncing boat.
Yeah, this is going to be not a nice night. When I was on it earlier, I did find it quite scary, so I've just been out for a walk to make myself feel a bit happier. Yeah, a bit scary.
Oh, what are you thinking?
It's got worse. I thought it was going to get settled down. It's got some new fish.
Yeah.
This has definitely got worse.
Good morning from Vallebraigue. The Mistral's doing its stuff, really making things difficult for us. It's our wedding anniversary. We were due to leave this morning at 9 o'clock, but we're being blown on quite severely by a 28, 30 knot wind, and that's not going to be too easy to get that boat off that quayside. So let's have breakfast and see what happens and think about it, but yeah, not good. The Minstrels. We've got a case of the Minstrels. Anyway, it's a happy anniversary breakfast.
No, we're not at sea.
It is a river.
Which has been very calm, really.
You okay? You sure? Bit worried? Not the most sheltered place, is it? So it's not the most sheltered place. When we arrived here yesterday, there was no other option really, because so we tried to go where Napoleon is. The Capitan said, no, can't go there, sorry, we've got a big boat coming in. So the other problem we've got is, because it's a quay designed not for our boat like us, it's got bolts, which is very helpful. So during the night, scratch just there, shadow. So that's why I've got these here, because it's bolts like that. It's just taken off from the water. You did a land. Ah, clever stuff. It took the Capitan and 2 other boaters to get us moved off the pontoon to a more sheltered inner berth. Then we ventured out in the car to explore further afield. The castle overlooking the village of Chateauneuf-du-pape was built in the 14th century to protect the second of the 7 popes of Avignon. Pope John XXII gained a reputation of being an expert administrator who centralised power and income in the papacy while enjoying a high life in Avignon. When elected as Pope by the cardinals, he shared 50% of the cash accumulated by his predecessor with the cardinals who had elected him. A shrewd move, perhaps, but it did not impress protesters. Pope John survived a failed assassination attempt through poisoning, which resulted in his increased support for the Inquisition set up to oust heretics. You've got wind?
No, I've not got wind.
Oh, okay.
The Mistrals have got wind.
Minstrels have got wind.
You know, the
On our way back to Vallebrègue, we stopped briefly in Orange to view the Roman remains of their triumphal arch. Experts believe the arch is 2,000 years old and was built during the reign of the first Roman Emperor, Augustus, to honour veterans of the Gallic Wars. Later, Emperor Tiberius reconstructed it to celebrate victories of Germanicus over the German tribes in the Rhineland. In the evening, we enjoyed a quiet dinner on board Options, thankfully sheltered now from the Mistral wind. Leaving Vallebrègue, where the Mistral kept us, bouncing around.
Still around, I think.
Options was nearing a direction choice in the river. We were just 1 day from reaching the Mediterranean Sea by cruising past Arles to Port Saint Louis, but we chose a different way. Why would we do that when being so near to our goal?
Écluse Beaucaire, and those are swing gates. Haven't seen those for a long time. Well, this is the last lock on the big Rhône.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah,
Cool.
coming towards Tarascon. This is the day after the Mistral. There's a little bit of wind still left. Blowing us along at the moment. The healthy 6.3 knots over the ground. Today is our last day, we think, we hope, on the big river, on the Rhône. In about 5 kilometres we will leave the Rhône and go on to the Petit Rhône. and then we're looking to go down to, after a night over at a place called Forks, going to Saint-Gilles. Hopefully Saint-Gilles is where we will be able to park the boat up for summer. Here we go. Bye bye, big Rhône. Hello, little Rhône.
We chose to head southwest toward the Étang de Tao. Here, oysters are plucked from their bed in the morning and fill a restaurant platter in the evening.
Big Rhône goes that way. Little Rhône goes this way.
To get there requires a detour along another, very different canal route. Options needed a secure summer berth, and our first choice for a mooring was at Galician, but they would only take 2-week contracts during the summer. The second option was at Saint-Gilles, and this was our next target after an overnight stop at a hidden jetty with space for only one boat. Would it be available?
We are moored up at a place called Forks, just been passed by a smaller Peniche hotel, and there was hardly any waves at all. And this is our mooring for tonight. It's a bit cobbledy-gooky, but cobbled together.
Took a lot to put these piles in.
So that's where we are, and oh goodness me, there he is again in his gear, because yes, he's doing his 16th 16th cycle ride, but today should only be about 12 miles. It's going back to Fala Breaks, where we were holed out for 2 nights due to the Mistrals. But today has been absolutely fine, hasn't it?
Yeah, back on a little river again.
We're on the Petit Rhône.
Pretty Rhône.
Absolutely, you can hear the birds singing.
Well, we saw this from the river. This is the other side. Anyway, we're out for a walk because it's so hot on the boat. Rue de la Ancient Poste. So we look for the ancient post, and there it is. It's a very apt name for this little street, I think. Came across something which we didn't understand, some high walls and things, and then Sheena said, "Oh look, we found a patisserie."
It's open tomorrow morning, Sunday.
Say that again?
It's open tomorrow morning.
Oh, is it?
Sunday, yes. 6 till 12:30.
So you're coming in for a walk, are you?
Oh, you are. One of us, maybe.
And then the other thing we came across was a bull ring.
Yep.
Yeah, a bull ring.
Yep.
Yeah, in this little town in the middle of Provence.
Yep.
2 lads that Sheena chatted up earlier in the day when I was away, because they wanted to swim off the...
Yeah, they tried to come and swim.
They
Where
wanted to
the
swim
boat
off
was,
the jetty,
and
didn't
they said, "When are you leaving?" I said, "Tomorrow." And we went, "Okay."
Anyway, they were in this place, and yeah, it's a bull ring. And that's happening tonight. We won't be going. No, don't agree with it.
No, there was what, 6, 7 bulls?
6 or 8
all
bulls,
together,
all
really squashed
cramped
up,
together
or-
and, in this hot weather. Not healthy.
Nice.
But anyway, amazing. Still going on.
Tradition.
Do you want a beer?
Not a beer?
I do.
Go on then, have a beer.
Here we are. What's the temperature of the boat? 34 degrees. It's about 30.
It's very warm.
What's the temperature outside? About 30. And here we are, walking across the bridge. Boat's down there somewhere. Okay. And we're in long trousers and shoes and long sleeve shirts. Well, you've got a short sleeve shirt on.
Yeah. I've got that on.
Why would we be doing that when it's so hot? Well, all will be revealed. So, why are we wearing this outfit?
We come to the bullring.
Yeah.
But because we've been led to believe there's no spears. It's all pantomime.
So, effectively, this is bull ring. It's not fighting actually, Camarguaise. And what they're doing is tiring the bull out. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that means give the bull a chance. Or does it mean we get another bull out? Not quite sure. In this style of bullfighting, the bull is the star. And what they do is they actually suggest that the bull is the one that's the star of the show, not the matador, because they don't have any matadors in here. There's no matadors, there's no swords, there's no killing. But nonetheless, you just wonder, there's so many bitey things. Is it right? Is it wrong? Not sure. Yeah.
See the ribbons, yeah?
Yeah, it's a ribbon. In response to a public outcry to outlaw these shows, the French government attempted to ban Course Camarguaise, which is also known as Course Libre. Traditionalists won the legal battle to retain them, and this was on the basis that the animals are revered, cared for, not killed, and that the number of people in the region dependent upon the way of life made it an essential tradition to uphold. 6 bulls would be sent into the ring to test the strength, courage and agility of 7 racetteurs who attempted to pluck wool tassels tied around the horns using a metal crochet held in one hand. There have been serious injuries for the racetteurs, not for the bulls. These blokes are mad. Okay. Yeah, okay. These bulls, he's just broken the fence.
Leaving our mosquito infested. I mean, it was a great little spot, you know. We had a swim in here yesterday over to that little beach. Oh, but boy, did the midges like Jonathan. I've got a few, but goodness me, Jonathan certainly has been eaten alive.
I'm not even going to try and count them.
No. And we're now on our last journey, we think, of this section, on the way to St Gilles to potentially leave options for the summer. Okay, Captain?
Yep, all good.
Good.
Apart from lumps and bumps all over the place that I shouldn't have.
Anyway, hey ho. There we go. Bye bye bye.
Bye, folks.
And we are going that way.
Fluviacart gives navigation warnings for the route to Saint-Marie de la Mer down the Petit Rhône to the sea. The depth varies and a draft of less than 70 centimetres is required beyond the Saint-Gilles junction. We left the Petit Rhône through the entrance lock to the Rhône Set Canal, then headed north on the Beaucaire branch to Saint-Gilles.
Colder than last time. On his 16th cycle ride, with potentially a second one straight after, because he's going to drive the car to the potential next port to have a look if he's any better. As you can hear, the engine is on, and that is because we have no hookup and the battery is getting low. So we are debating as to where to leave the boat for the summer. So off it goes again. I'm going to go and do the washing. Bye.
Our goal was to reach the sea, but we had to leave options somewhere secure for the summer. Not happy with Saint-Gilles, we considered Bellegarde. I retrieved the car from Fork and drove to Bellegarde, but there were no spaces, and so cycled back to options at Saint-Gilles.
So that was a 4-metre rise on this embankment, and we were travelling with some, I think, Belgium guys who were on their way to the Rhône. But as far as we knew, after Beaucaire, you couldn't get to Rhône on the Rhône because it was blocked. But apparently, it's not. And we have just come all the way down the Rhône, all the way down the Petit Rhône, and all the way up on the embankment.
What?
Embranchment.
With fingers crossed, I called Beaucaire, and thankfully there was a mooring available. The detour from our intended route just to find a summer mooring added 2 days to the journey, but we were satisfied options would be secure at Beaucaire, and the Capitaine, Didier, couldn't have been more helpful. The Belgian couple, taking what they thought was a shortcut to the Grand Rhône, had to turn back and go the way we had just travelled.
Definitely the last one. What? Definitely the last one.
Should be.
Yeah. Because you're going back to get the car from Bellegarde. Yeah.
When I cycled to collect the car for the final time from Bellegarde, Sheena scouted out possible mooring places for options on pontoons with security gate access and located the laundry. A British couple with a boat on the pontoon Sheena had selected gave us one of their gate keys for access. Then we packed up options and set off to drive home. It is possible to drive the 1,000-kilometre journey in one long and tiring day, but we didn't want to miss opportunities to explore and meet people on the way.
You've seen a water snake? Ah.
The iron statue of Notre Dame de France overlooking Le Puy-en-Velay is made from 213 Russian cannons taken in the siege of Sevastopol in 1855. The French Way of St. James Camino starts at Le Puy and is one of the established walking routes for pilgrims seeking to visit the tomb of St. James at Santiago de Compostela in northwest Spain.
We'll go to the cathedral. It's not uphill at all. Silly. Yeah. It was. That was last night. And we're on our way to Rouen. So this is a little holy town.
Port St. Victor on the Loire Valley was a delightful place for a swim.
Yeah, there's my James Bond. He's had a good little swim. He's going to be ready for lunch.
Need a white socks.
And have lunch before our overnight stop in Rouen. This city can be reached along the Canal de Rouen, which branches off the Canal de Centre at Digoin.
This is what I love about France. These little tiny villages. You just come across a church, a little village, and then you get these. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Just by the side of the road. Had to stop.
At Port La Jonction d'Assise, we met up with George and Gaynor and helped them provision corral using our car.
Well, where are we?
The
Bay.
So we were here in September last year on the canal in Nivernais, but it was beautiful when we arrived. When we left in the morning, it was glorious. It was just like a misty, surreal morning. But we stopped for a bit of breakfast and lunch combined.
Yeah.
And this is the brioche that we bought in Roanne.
La praluline.
How do you say that?
Praluline.
Praluline. It was a long drive to San Quentin, but that made reaching the Channel Tunnel with time to spare on our last day in France until September.
Where are we?
We're in Asia Walk.
Asia Walk in San Quentin. Okay.
Yeah.
And we've had a walk around to see the sushi,
Yeah,
and
the Chinese.
the grillades and the Chinese,
And there's European stuff.
the European
there's
stuff.
fish.
And we've just come across this dessert. Oh my word. Ridiculous as it sounds, here we are in France, but we're enjoying Japanese food with some wasabi and some ginger, and I love that
I
taste.
took small bits.
You took small bits. So you can, oh, okay.
The buffet.
Because it's eat all you want. For how much?
19 euros.
For 19
And
euros.
that's starters, main courses, puddings, chocolate fountains, light cheese. Last night in France.
Last night in France, yeah. And we're eating Japanese.
That's alright.
Our summer adventure away from options would be a 3,000-mile journey across Canada, tracing family history. Hello.
Hello.
We're at the
Eurotunnel.
Eurotunnel terminal.
We're waiting to be called. It's imminent, apparently.
A5 is imminent. Got long trousers on, haven't you?
Well, they're more in the car.
Yeah.
I don't know.
A something.
Hey.
Camarguaise horses. Kilometres away from the Mediterranean. Canal du Midi.